Hey everyone. Recently, Once Human Mobile was released, and I've been getting a lot of comments and DMs from players asking for help. Many of you are confused about how to get started, so today I'm going to guide you through the basics of how to play Once Human. And I'll also do a little playthrough so you can learn step by step along the way. First, let's talk about picking a server. I actually made a full video explaining the servers, but here's a quick summary if you're still unsure. Choosing the right server is really important because it affects your entire gameplay experience. If you just want to fight monsters and avoid PvP, player versus player combat, PvE servers like Manibus and Way of Winter are perfect for you. If you're looking for intense PvP action, battling other players in a more hardcore experience, Prismverse is a great choice. And if you're part of a big group and want large-scale battles against other teams, Evolution servers are the way to go. Once you've decided which server fits your style, it's time to dive in. Now here are a few tips especially for new players. I highly recommend starting on a PvE server first. Focus on making your character stronger. Grind for mods and blueprints before jumping into PvP. Why? Because on PvP servers, there are already experienced players with powerful gear. And if you start too early, it can be frustrating getting outgeared and losing fights. If you grind for just a few weeks on a PvE server first, you'll be much more prepared and have a lot more fun. Of course, if you really want to jump straight into PvP, you can. But just a heads up, it can be tough and less enjoyable when you're underpowered. Alright, let's start by creating our character and completing the basic tutorial. Let's get into it. I'm going to speed through this part since it's pretty straightforward, and I'm sure most of you won't have any trouble here. But if you do find yourself stuck, feel free to slow this down in YouTube's settings. If you've made it through this part, great job. You're off to a strong start. Next, head over and talk to Mitsuko. She'll guide you on what to do next. Now let's talk about the butterfly we got. It's called a deviation. There are a lot of different deviations in Once Human, and they each have their own special abilities. Some are passive, meaning they'll help you with things like farming or providing potions, while others are more active and can assist you in battle, like this butterfly here. Once you finish the tutorial, go ahead and talk to Mitsuko again. Now, you'll be able to choose your spawn location. And this is where the real adventure begins. It's time to start surviving in the wasteland. The first thing you'll want to do is set up your base and start some basic survival tasks. Things like building a furnace, farming, and other essentials to get you going.
Now that we've made it.
After that, head over to Mimetic's Cradle. This is where you'll unlock important items like the furnace and workbench, all the things you'll need for base building and more. When you build your gear bench, you might be wondering, where do I find materials like adhesive, metal scrap, and other resources? Well, once you open the map, you'll be able to pinpoint where to find them. The map will show you the locations for looting these materials, so you'll know exactly where to head. Before we start exploring, we need to craft a disassembly bench. This will be super helpful in gathering materials. As you explore, you'll loot a lot of items, and everything needs to be dismantled at the disassembly bench to break them down into useful resources like adhesive, scrap metal, and more. Now let's get started with exploring and looting some materials. At each point of interest, POI, you'll find a rift anchor. These POIs contain a weapon box, gear crate, and a mystical crate. The mystical crate is especially useful because it gives you blueprints for weapons or gear, depending on the POI. Do you have to complete this quest? Not necessarily. If you're not interested, you can skip it. But if you want extra rewards, go ahead and loot them. You'll get some valuable items in return. In Once Human, there are a lot of attachments you can collect. Some of them are available for purchase, while others require you to explore the map. I might make a tutorial covering all attachments soon, but for now, here's how you can get them. If you come across a puzzle, some POIs have them, these often contain attachments as rewards. By solving the minigame, you'll earn the attachment as your prize. That's how you can get attachments in Once Human. After exploring and looting, you can teleport back to your base and start dismantling the loot. This will give you the materials you need to craft proper gear and upgrade your workstations, like the advanced gear bench and more.
Well done.
Now, let's talk about crafting a good weapon. To unlock a strong weapon, you'll need a wish machine and Starchrome. If you're not sure how to get Starchrome, you'll first need to reach level 6 to unlock the Stellar Stairway, which is where you can get Starchrome. Keep in mind, Starchrome has a monthly cap, but there are other ways to earn it too. Once you have enough Starchrome, head to the wish machine and buy yourself a solid weapon.
I have a blueprint here. We can use it to make ourselves a weapon. First, let's build an equipment bench and workbench.
For new players, especially in PvE, I highly recommend the KVD Boom Boom. Trust me, after thousands of hours in the game, this is one of the best weapons for getting started. You'll see why soon. Also, don't forget to grab some armor while you're at it. There are plenty of builds out there in Once Human, and you can find some great ones on YouTube. I've got a solid build that you can try as well. Later, I'll explain how to make your character even stronger. But for now, let's focus on getting that weapon.
Don't forget, you'll also need to make ammo on the workbench.
For now, we can only craft Tier 1 gear because we don't have the materials for Tier 2 yet. The highest tier you can craft is Tier 5, and the higher the tier, the more damage you'll deal and the stronger you'll be. To get materials for higher tiers, you'll need to explore other areas of the map. Since we're in a low tier area right now, we'll only be able to loot low tier materials. While we're crafting bullets, let's talk about phases. Currently, my server is in Phase 1, which means I can't unlock other parts of the map yet. But once we reach Phase 2, new areas will open up, along with some exciting features. In Phase 2, you'll unlock hard mode for bosses in the silo, plus many other things as the game progresses through later phases. Once we've got our weapon, it's time to start doing quests. Once Human has a great story, but I don't want to spoil it for you. Instead, here's a quick guide for navigating quests. If you see a blue mark, that's a side quest. It's totally up to you whether you want to take it, but side quests can give you some useful rewards. The gold mark indicates the main quest. This is the path you need to follow to progress through the story. In my playthrough, I'm focusing on the main quests. Let's start with the first quest so we can unlock our first Cradle.
Look, time to grab some loot. Didn't expect it.
Captain, our guns work fine against deviants, but a deviation...
Here, we'll be fighting a doppelganger of the boss we'll be facing later on. For every boss, we'll encounter their double first. This gives us a chance to learn their attack patterns and figure out how to defeat them before the real fight. After that, just follow the quest, and it will lead you to the monolith. This is where you'll find the boss.
You made it. You're quite good. I gotta say.
As I mentioned, there are a lot of deviations in Once Human, and some of them you can unlock after defeating bosses. For example, this gel I got after defeating the boss. There are many types of deviations. Some you can find through farming and other activities. This is one of the things that makes Once Human so unique. Now that we've defeated the first boss, I hope this video has helped you understand the basics of Once Human. If you're still unclear about anything, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll be happy to assist. Also, if you have any video requests, just let me know in the comments. Bonus tip. Did you know you can relocate your base if you want to change your location? It's a great way to explore different areas and find better resources. Also, to make your character stronger, it's not just about equipping good armor. You'll need to pair it with mods. Right now, I'm using basic mods since this is a new account, but later I'll make a video showing you how to farm mods and build a stronger character, so you'll be ready for PvP. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more Once Human tips and guides. See you in the next one.